So we usually begin in the morning class with some standing work, and then we'll come down to the floor. We'll start with just arms up and down breathing. And I'll show you this one just from the front. Okay? Feet close together, don't have to touch, just comfortable. Easy knees, easy legs, and you'll find that the hips might have and the knees just a little bend and movement as you go. So we're not going to hold stiff in our legs. All right? Let's begin with inhaling the arms up and coming up and overhead. It's going to be about a count of 4. And then exhaling, the arms are just going to come right back down, in and by your side. And then inhaling. The breath helps the movement take off and rise. And exhale. And exhale helps the arms descend and gather in. Inhale. Lift and reach. See? Exhale. If you want to make a little breath sound with it, it can help too. Inhale. There might be a softening of knees and then lengthening arms and legs and whole body. Exhale. As the arms come down, the legs might soften. You settle into your feet. Inhale. If you're ready, you can begin to also look up. Exhale. And if that's not okay for your neck, just leave it out. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more like this. Inhale. Great. Waist is lengthening. Exhale. Last one like this. Inhale. As you look up, if you are, you might feel a gentle bending in your spine. And then exhale. And as the arms come down, you come back to neutral and rest here. Good. Round 2, we're going to add on just a little piece. I'll do it from the side so you can see. And you know that you only go as far with it as you can go. That feels comfortable and with your breathing. So inhale, the arms will come up once again. Maybe looking up, maybe not. On the exhale, right away, I'm going to let my knees soften and my back gently round over. The hands might touch the floor, or you might just kind of round your spine and let your head drop down. Doesn't matter. Inhale, we rise back up all the way like a big wave. On the exhale, we just lower our arms and look a little forward and down. Let's keep going. Inhale, coming arms upward. Exhale, letting your knees melt and back, easy round head hang. Inhale, rising upward from our feet. Exhale, just the arms down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, spine neutral, arms down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Whole body can rise. Exhale. Gentle round of your spine, head hangs. Inhale, rising from your feet, back up. Arms coming down and by your side. A pause. Half moon. Getting our spine to move sideways now. Let's start by raising our right arm up. I'm mirroring you. We lengthen a little and let fingertips lead the spine and the head as you come slowly to one side. And you notice your hips kind of shift to the side too. They're in rhythm with your head and chest. You could look up, you could look forward, you could look a little bit down. Be kind to your neck. Keep a little sensation out through your fingers. We're just holding and breathing. Bottom arm could press into your leg, could reach a little down for a little more bend. Good. And then let's let our hips and feet settle. Bring the arm back down and spine to neutral. A pause. Other side. Left arm up. I'm mirroring you, either one. Let your spine follow your arms. So it's not just your arms sticking out, but your whole torso is following your hand and arm. Bottom hand can press the leg gently for stability, right? To give you a little strength underneath this bend. Breathing in and out your nose, and if you need to come out sooner, or just back off a little bit. Comfortable breathing is key. If breathing is struggling, then you're fighting the pose, so no struggle. And let's settle our hips back into our feet. Head comes up, and arms come down. We'll pause. We're going to do a back bend, but don't be worried. I'm going to show you from the side. We'll have our hands just here, taking the weight off of our chest a little and shoulders. And I'd like you to start this back bend with almost just kind of you're looking up and down. So you might start looking at your fingertips and then look a little up toward the ceiling and let your back bend a little with that. And exhaling, we'll let our hips settle and chin come down. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, look up a little. Exhale as you settle and return. 1 more time to inhale and look up. And this time we're going to stay. So keep your eyes seeing, because when your eyes are still seeing, your whole body is following a little bit, and it keeps our toes light, a little more lifted than crunchy. Right, come on back. Easy knees. Let's take a very gentle forward bend. Now this is a big U-turn from back bending to forward, so let's go slow. Hands come down. Knees soft. And just bowing towards the floor. If your back is tender, put your hands, arms right on your knees and just kind of rest your head down. Almost like you were resting at a table or desk. If everything is all right, you can bring your fingers down, your hands down. Most important, let go of your head. Breathing. For those of you who might want a little bit more of a leg stretch, place your palms behind your ankles or calves and press your chest a little more firmly into your legs. And from there, if you want, bring your head down more, which lets the hips lift up more. Remember, you want to go where you breathe well, just easy in and out. Couple more. And then let's let the arms melt a little. Hands to floor or knees relaxed. Hands to knees or just one round and come up easy. All the way to stand. If you're dizzy, keep your eyes a little down and ahead. Good. And let's look up and forward. Strengthening. Okay. Our friend chair pose followed by warrior. I'm going to do from the side chair pose with breathing. And it looks like this. My feet are a little more apart for stability. And I'm going to give myself just a little drop of seat and raising arms up. So If I were just kind of do it easy, it would look sort of like this, like you're just kind of swinging your arms and bopping your hips. But now let's slow it down. And then slowly sit. As your arms come up, they help you balance. And my chest is up and my spine, torso is rising, not coming down, rising as I sit. Inhale, we'll rise up, arms come in. Inhale, here we go, sitting down, ribs floating open. Exhale, and rising up, arms coming down. One more like this, inhale. Head is up, head is light. Exhale, and rising. Maybe a little squeeze at the top. Now let's come down again. You don't have to go very far. This time, on your exhale, let's rise up and maybe lift our heels. Inhale. You don't have to lift your heels super high. You can just experiment with it. Exhale. Rising, legs straightening, a little squeeze under your seat. Inhale, last one. Let's stay. Sorry I tricked you. We're going to stay. Head is light. Crown of head is light, which will help your shoulders drop and strengthen your arms and chest a little. Head is light. Still breathing in and out. And then let's slowly rise, and if you can, rise and keep rising, and feel your legs stretch, little squeeze under your seat. Falling off. And here we go, let's settle and come down, easy knees. Good? We're going on to warrior. Warrior is our good friend. Warrior for me is the thing that teaches me to go onward and upward, right? So it's not just good for our leg and pelvic strength, but it says emotionally that, we're up and ready to go. We'll take a comfortable, I want to say walking step. Boom, forward. One little step, front knee bends, easy stance. And come back, 2 feet, same leg. Little step, maybe a little bigger. And land, front knee bend and easy. And let's come back. And one more time, maybe a bigger step. Comfortable though. Boom. Right? And now let's check it out. Let's have our back leg be strong and long. And our front knee roughly somewhere over our ankle. Not too much past, not too much behind, but maybe right there. And you may have to adjust your feet, a little bigger, a little closer. Comfort. Now, do you remember we just did awkward pose? Let's do warrior pose with a knee bend and arm lift. Looks like this. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hips are going to come down and forward, but our ribs and chest feeling is rising upward. Exhale. Inhale. We're going to do 3 more after this, but maybe if you're up for it, exhale. You're going to lift your arms higher. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do a little bit of a hold on this last one. Inhale. And then at the top of it, breathe normally. Breathe in and out your nose. Give your fingertips a little reach and let your chest melt so that the spine can follow your arms. You'll feel a little extra opening in your chest, but you don't need to hold it tight. Back foot is down, heel steady. Those of you might want a little extra challenge, you can always take your head and look upward. Let's melt and soften, eyes coming forward if they were up, legs straightening, arms coming back down. And if you want, you can give yourself a little push off, Or just walk your feet together. Other side leg. 3 times, right? Little step. Just so you know, it's forward and back. And you've got your weight coming because you're going to step into it. And back. Our weight is our strength. And forward again. Boom. A little adjusting time. Back leg strong. Front knee more or less over ankle. Think about getting a little more into your footprints, a little more defined through your feet. You might feel the inner thighs, legs, and hips adjusting because of that. Front leg easy. Let's take 3 times with the arms just forward. Ready? Inhale, knee bend forward. Exhale. Inhale, almost like a surge to come under and lift up. Exhale. A third one, just the same way. Exhale. And now 3 more. Arms a little more up, if you like. Maybe your arms and shoulders, exhale. Don't like that, so don't go there. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And we'll stay. You found the peak of it for now. Rest and settle inside to find your base. That's your steady breathing, your comfort with being here. Relaxed and steady. And then you can extend a little, reaching through your fingers, letting your spine follow, maybe gaze coming upward. There's a back bend here. Ready? Let's let it melt. Bringing your eyes forward or forward and down so you're steady. Arms coming inward, front leg straightening. And then we can just walk together, or if you like to step back, hop back. Or just feet together. Let it rest. A little more fun. We're going to do salute to gods and goddesses. Let's set up warrior with that first leg again. So your comfortable step. I don't want you to struggle for balance, so don't go too big. Just where you're steady, and then you really have the pose. This is a segment of something called Salute to Gods and Goddesses. We'll be in warrior, letting the arms rise and back leg straight. And you can see the spine is curving and arching from the leg, moving up through fingers. Now, for the gods and goddesses, the salute is the upwardness, and then we're going to take a bow by bending our back knee, letting our heel lift, and our head tucked downward, arms more or less with your ears. And then inhale, straighten your back leg, and let your spine come into that beautiful arc again. Exhale, coming over, rounding, and some of you might bend your knee and come even deeper. Inhale. Back into this nice long arch. I'm going to do one last time and go all the way down, but remember, it could be just a little bit. And all the way up, inhaling. Arms down and legs straight. And bringing our feet back together. It's a good one. Other foot, comfortable step. As you practice warrior, you'll learn the size step that's good for you. Back leg foot is pushing that same hip a little forward. Here we go. Arms forward and up, finding your warrior, wherever the arms are. It's the spine action that we care about the most. Ready? Take a nice inhale and breathe and let things loosen, lengthen. Exhale, bend your back leg knee, let your heel come up, and you round over your strong front leg. Inhale, letting the spine come back into its arch. Exhale, Some of you might lower a little bit more. Inhale. One more. Exhale. Nice rounded back, strong abdomen and thighs. Inhale. Great. Front leg lengthens, arms settle. Step, walk, back in together. Good one. That's our strength move for the day. We're going to take a little relief. We'll do a twisting triangle. Our feet are sideways apart. That's a triangle base. And we'll do this in motion with breathing. Let me show you a couple options. One is, here's the fold. Exhale, opposite hand to opposite foot, and if you're able, you look towards your top hand and reach it up. Inhale, and the whole thing unwinds and floats. Here's some other options. If this arm reach up behind you is too much, rest it down on your back. Maybe you don't come so far as to touch your foot, and maybe you even bend this knee and soften it, and just give yourself a nice little twist and forward bend. And then you'd inhale and spiral back open. 3 each side. Let's start with, this is my left hand, so let's say your right hand. Ready? Towards your opposite foot. Inhale to open, exhale. Turn and twist. You can look up, or you just keep an easy neck. Inhale. Slowly up, your knees can be soft. They can be straight. Exhale, other side. Good. Inhale and rise. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. We're going to do one more. Exhale on each side, and this one again to hold for a little bit. Soften, maybe relax into your feet. For further engagement, you could press into your feet, lift your hips more, twist more. But you could also just find your breathing and listen to it with your whole body. Right, let's inhale, slowly come up. Other side. We're making this one probably easier, I would say. Find the rhythm of your breathing that melts into you rather than you struggling for breath. And then let's come up slowly. Bring your feet in and together. We get to lie down. Let's begin again. Bring your feet to the floor, kind of close to your hips, but not close enough that you're pushing your back into the floor at all. But your legs are resting, and there's no pressure on your spine or torso from the legs. We'll do my favorite, leg reaching or leg lifting. It's gentle. Okay? We'll alternate legs. As you inhale, maybe your right toes begin to lift and wander toward the ceiling. I say wander. Exhale, and then they're going to float down. I'm saying wander, inhale left, because I don't want you to get really strong about it yet. I just want you to lengthen the leg as far as it wants to. Exhale, and let it melt and fold and land. Inhale, And the reason it's an inhale here is exhale. The emphasis is on the leg opening rather than inhale, the belly contracting. Exhale, so our feeling is in the leg. Inhale right. Exhale. Even though, inhale, we are strengthening our abdomen or the front of our body by lifting our foot forward. Exhale. The emphasis is on lightening the legs. Inhale right. Exhale and come down. Once more left. Inhale. Exhale and lower and rest. Let your feet settle. Let's take the arms now. Okay. With feet resting on the floor, we'll raise our arms up. Could be just to the ceiling. Could be all the way to overhead. Depends on your shoulders and neck. The exhale collects and bring the arms back down, and again strengthens the front of our body. Let's do 6. Arms by your side and begin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. See if you can find the very end of your inhale. And then exhale. Inhale, arms rise. Ribs are spreading, stretching. Exhale, ribs and abdomen, front of spine, collecting. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Now rest your arms down. Relax your thighs. Bridge pose. We get to lift our hips up now. We'll do it in motion. We'll do a nice hold at the end of it. You can bring your arms into it as well. Let me show you. Possibility, inhale. Hips lift however much they can. Fronts of hips are opening. Arms are reaching, extending, maybe only halfway, maybe all the way overhead. On the exhale, your hips are folding now. Letting the back come down to the floor and arms width. Inhale. Hips springing open or widening as you lift. Exhale, hips folding, letting your whole torso and back come to the floor. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, we rise, and this one will hold. Now, depending on you, arms could be overhead, they could be pointing to the ceiling. See if you can find the little bridge across your shoulders, from right shoulder to left, that's where your weight is resting in your upper body. 2 knees are reaching a little toward the back or, footward. And chin is a little towards your chest. A few more rounds of breathing. And then slowly lower. Just let your hips fold so the whole back comes down and is wide and open, and rest. You can bring your knees up to your chest or rest with legs long. A little hip wiggle is fine too. Let's take the easy twist and we'll put our feet on the floor. They're a little bit apart. Arms wide, palms up or down as suits you. And let's just take our knees to the right, your right. Eyes to the left. And we'll just hang here, meaning breathe. Twisting is great. It balances around the spine, front, side, and back. It's good for our digestion. It's giving the abdomen a little movement deep inside. Also, we've got a little rotation. One leg is turning inward, one leg is a little bit turning outward. So twist does a lot. Let your back settle and hips roll to center, knees up. Other side. Knees left, eyes right, or eyes to the ceiling. The leg on top is relaxing and turning inward. The leg on bottom is relaxing and opening a little outward. You might find a nice little bit of stretch from under your shoulder blade on your left side towards your hips. And we'll roll back to center, back into the floor, knees coming to face the ceiling. Feet back together. And one more time, knees up. If you like, lift your head up towards your knees. You can have a nice little squeeze in there. Great. Feet come down easy, head comes down. We're going to roll to our side. And then we're going to roll onto our bellies. We've been neglecting our back bends a little bit, so it's time to bring a couple back. Our first one is a very gentle Cobra. I'd like you to place your hands, palms on top of each other, as to make sort of a pillow. You can rest your forehead down. If you're watching, you can just kind of look to the side. I'm going to inhale without using my arms at all. I'm going to lift my head. I'm going to exhale. I'm going to lower. I'm not using my shoulder arm at all. Inhale and rise. Exhale and come down. Inhale as you rise. You can feel your feet stretch, a little squeeze under your seat. Exhale and lower. Two more, last one to hold. Inhale, raise your head. A little squeeze under seat, legs stretching, strong hamstrings. Exhale and lower. Very last one. Inhale and rise. And stay. If you're comfortable enough, I'd like you to look around a little so that you can have all the strength in your back and have an easy neck and shoulders. Good. Then let's come on down. Rest your head. You can turn it to one side or the other if possible, or just forehead to hands. Easy. Relax your hips. We're going to take this towards a bow pose. And we're going to do it in motion once again. And it looks like this. Hands will be on head. As you inhale, I'd like you to lift both your feet by bending your knees and your head. And maybe your knees up too. Exhale, and we lower everything back down to starting. Feet are together, inhale. Knees will probably be a little bit apart. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's get in two more. Inhale. exhale. Last one, if you can hold it, don't hold your breath, find your peak. Even though your eyes or head are a little upward, see if you can keep your neck feeling easy. No strain there, no need. Does not help you build strength. And let's lower and rest, turning your head the opposite direction if you can, or just again, forehead on hands, hold back, relaxing. If you can breathe, belly pushing into the floor as you inhale, do it. A little wiggle. I'm going to come up. A little back relief. We'll do a little rock of the hips coming back, and they don't have to come back far. Just relaxing your head downward to round. And as you inhale, lifting the head to look forward. Exhale, allowing your back to round and weight settle back towards your feet. Inhale. If you have the range to put your hips on your heels, exhale, you can. Relax your elbows down and hold it down, but you don't have to go that far. One more. Exhale and hips back. Inhale and rising up and forward. Good. All right, now let's sit. I'm going to let my heels stay where they are. So the heels are going to slide forward and back on the floor. But I'm just going to point my toes, let my legs stretch long. And then as I flex my feet, my knees are going to lift and my hips are going to fold a little bit. And point. So all three joints of our leg are working together as one. Flexing, pointing, stretching, oh feet. Good. Let's do a couple more. You can really bring your toes back and press through the ball of the foot and then toes. And then back, you can scrunch up. So you kind of press through the ball of the foot, curl your toes, bend, squeeze. You can kind of wave your feet. Great. Let that rest. You can wiggle and turn them in or out. Let's get a little more into hips. You can still be resting back. You could also be just sitting up. Depends on your hip flexibility and your back strength. I'm just going to take one knee open and to the side, and maybe even my hip moves a little to the side as well. And I slide it forward. And then the other knee. And then forward. And again. You can turn your whole body with this too. I like to think eye and foot coordination, just like eye and hand coordination. And twist. Couple more. This is very loose, it doesn't have an end point, just notice where it can go. I'm going to do last side and come to you. And then let's see if we can sit with crossed legs. I'm going to face you. See if this is possible. It could be your ankles, it could be that your feet come more under your knees. Doesn't matter. Just see what you can do with crossed legs. Just a little more movement before we finish to get us into our final seat. Okay. We're going to take one hand. I'm going to start with my left hand, but I'm mirroring you, so, right? And I'm just going to reach along the floor in front of me, letting my torso follow my arm, and I'm going to look in the opposite direction. So I have a little twist. On the inhale, I'm just coming back up to sit. And I'm going to use the other arm. I'm going to exhale and slide the hand out and turn my head to look away. Inhale, and I'm coming back up. Exhale to fold. in your thigh sockets. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. One more each side. Last bit, recross your legs. This is a cleansing breath. It's a mudra. Let me demonstrate one set for you. I take a breath in, like I'm going to go underwater. And I bow forward and I squeeze. I can use my hands on my legs and squeeze the air out, and I'm going to hold my breath out for a few seconds. Inhale, and I float back to the surface. We're going to do that 3 times. Hold your breath out, not so it makes you frightened, but long enough that you just are like, yes, I'm here, and then I'm letting it go and coming right up whenever I need to. So you'll be on your own time, okay? But we'll all do 3. Here we go. I'll start you with just a breath in, and then you go. Pause in your sit, eyes a little down and forward. And then for the very finish of our practice, we'll lie on our back in corpse pose or shavasana. When we are down, I'll talk you through. I'm going to ask for a little bit of attention in that you say to yourself, in when you're breathing in, and out as you're breathing out. We're going to add on to that in a few seconds, but for now, just begin to relax with your breathing and begin to see if you can notice when breathing's coming in and when it's going out. Doesn't have to do anything more special than that. If your attention on your breathing makes you a little tense, your breathing seems to be a little choppy, just remember what it's like to relax and watch someone breathe, or a cat or a dog, another being, and how comforting that is just to see them breathe with no expectation. And right now you're just keeping yourself company, watching yourself breathe. already to wiggle your fingers and toes, lips and tongue. And then rolling to whichever side is comfortable for you right now. Take a moment for seated, cross-legged, or any kind of seat. You could also sit in a chair at this point. Just to finish class, it's nice to do a bow for your own practice and for all of us, just to kind of say, we did, right? So hands together. Just round your spine to whatever depth that feels appropriate just now, for however long feels appropriate.